very good evening. Hope it's a happy Wednesday for everyone. Now, before I begin, I would need a heads up as to my audibility and my visibility. So, anybody who's feeling kind enough and could please write in the chat box as to whether I am perfectly audible and visible both, that would be of immense help, and then we can begin with without any further ado. But of course, first things first, I need to know if I am audible to you guys or not, and that again clearly. So I'm just going to go hop into the chat box, come back again, get a confirmation, and then we simply begin with what is it that we have. So just 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm still going to need some heads up, some, thumbs up or something which is just going to be, letting me know as to whether I am audible or not. So I think we might just give it a minute, or a minute maybe might be a stretch. Just a minute. All right, okay. So now that I am absolutely audible, let us begin. Now, I have a very touchy topic for you today. So unlike the normal topics wherein, we're all about academics, we're all about how should we be building up our scores, how should we be introspecting, how should we, reflect upon our mistakes, so on and so forth. So a lot of strategy videos that we do. Today, what I come with is, like I said, a very emo sort of a video. Why? Because I know that when we get into the entire race of preparation, there comes in this time wherein, we get a little lost. It's not that we're aimless, it's just that we're trying too many things. And what we do not understand is, or what we fail to keep in mind, is the focus. So a little bit of motivation, a little bit of inspiration goes a long way. And this is what I'm here for. I'm here to be able to remind you why you are in this journey altogether. So I'm here to pump you up, to just fuel the fire that you have, maybe instigate you guys a little bit, and to make you realize that all of this pain is worth it once you get into the nationals. And which is why I have a very sensitive topic, yet a very important topic, which we somehow and sometimes don't give regard to, and that is why the nationals. I mean, we could go to any other college. We could go to, the most esteemed of the colleges. There are so many other private as well. Why are we chasing the nationals? What does it have to offer? What does it put on the table that the others do not? So that's what we are going to do today. We are going to decode this entire glitz and glamour around the nationals, understand how worth is it really, and maybe this little bit of push might just help you again get in the game, get your framework right, and motor all the way until December, which is going to be the day for CLAT. So without any pit stop or any full stop anymore, let's just begin with the session that we have for today, and that is NLUs versus the ordinary law colleges, what no one tells you. So of course, all colleges are good. This video in no way is a criticism or is in any way trying to, make a lopsided arrangement of the reputes of the college. That's not what we are doing. We're simply trying to understand why the nationals. So when we aim for something, we have to also understand what are the offerings. What does it have to itself that, it's put on that pedestal? Why do we look up to? Why are they so revered? So this is what we are going to be focusing on today, and we are going to see कि भाई nationals में ऐसा है क्या? ऐसे कौन से तारे या सितारे गड़े हैं उसमें that this is what we want to. But yes, having said all of that, the nationals is what we do want to aspire for. So let's take a peekaboo into all of the things that the nationals have to offer, how they differ from the ordinary colleges, which are of course great in their own spheres, but they're not nationals at the end of the day. And why are we so charged? And why should our preparation be all heart? I think all of those questions are going to be answered by the end of this video that we have for today. So let us begin with, of course, a little bit of face-off. Like I said, this video is going to be very touchy, very emo, but very raw as well. So let's do a little bit of a face-off to be able to understand what is it. So we've heard the hype. National. बहुत सारे ऐसा लगता है जैसे एकदम, we've gotten into a very glamorous world wherein, oh, you're in the nationals. Wow, that's how it comes around. So we've seen the cutoffs. We've dreamt of the dream. And what's really behind those national universities? That's what we're here to know today. Is it just the brand? Is it just the fancy blazers that you have? Or is it really a life-changing experience altogether? So in today's episode, like I said, it is just not going to be a comparison. It is also going to be a 6 month fuel injection for you. It's going to be what will keep you motored, what will keep you going for the next 6 months that we have. And it's going to be real. It might hurt a little, but it's going to be 100% worth it and 100% accurate. So let's break it down side by side. Let's juxtapose the two and understand which college is better and why. So to be able to put it down easier, because of course, nothing, no thing is barely anything. So nothing can actually be understood better unless and until it is laid out in an evidential form. So let's put all the facts and be able to understand symmetrically what is it that the nationals really have to offer. So I'm just going to zoom it a little bit so that it's the kind of thing that's visible for everybody, and we'll go ahead. So starting with the first, it's the entry point. Nationals are cracked via CLAT or ALET, which is a very intense national level examination. It's a competition. Please pay attention to the word national, which means people from all around the country are going to come to be appearing for this. So it's just not a regional competition. It's the kind wherein it is going to be pan-India. While on the other hand, whereas the ordinary colleges, of course, they have direct admissions, and of course, they have low-stake entrance examinations because they're mostly local, or they would work on the 10th or the 12th percentage that you have, and so on and so forth. So it does not give you the kind of diversity, it does not give you the kind of competition which is level up when it comes to the CLAT paper. Next, the peer group. It's going to be pan-India. True cosmopolitan nature is what you're going to live when it comes to the nationals. They're merit selected, they have high IQ, and they're highly aware crowd because they have struggled their 1 year for CLAT. So their acumen matches yours. So they're just not anybody from the crowd. They are the people from the crowd. They're the creme de la creme. Again, often the ordinary colleges tend to have a very local crowd to themselves, which vary, of course, according to their academic seriousness. Are they all there for the long haul? Are they all there for a common motive? Or are they all simply there because they want a graduation for the sake of it? The faculties, of course, the nationals will always tend to have the renowned professors. I'm sure you know the ex-CGI now is in NLU Delhi. He is a professor. Chandrachud is whom we're speaking about. So, these facts are needless to say that the professors are very revered. They are the very epitome. They're the very apotheosis of the education field. They're researchers, PhD, visiting Supreme Court and High Court lawyers. They are the ones whom you tend to interact with on daily basis. While in the other colleges, we have a mixed faculty pool to ourselves. Some may be outdated, some may be part-time, some may be brilliant but overworked. So we don't have a niche faculty crowd over there. We have a mixture of all sorts. Let's understand the academic bit of it. Interdisciplinary. That is, you will have a lot of things going. So if you're just studying one thing, doesn't mean it's just going to be one. It's a school. It's literally a school. You're going to be running a 7-8 hour school wherein you're going to be learning a lot of things outside what is in your curriculum as well. There's going to be constant assessment. There's going to be policy and theory. So you're going to be binded by rules. There's going to be theories. There's going to be proper assessment that is going to be done, which is going to be a beautiful projection of how academically are you growing. Whereas it's just going to be mostly black letter law. So they're going to come, they're going to teach, they're going to go off. And of course, there's going to be a very old school pedagogy. So they're not going to upbeat themselves. They're not going to train themselves. They're not going to try and do something new. They will simply be in the conventional format of student and professor lecture delivery. Internships. NGOs, top law firms, judges, for instance, from the very first year, yes, the brand value here plays in the role. You can get it wherever you want. The moment you say you're from a national, it's like what the IITs are to engineers, what the IIMs are to management students. That's exactly what the nationals are for the CLAT. The moment you're like, oh, I'm from the national, I think there could just be a couple of people who might just in the passing offer you or an internship offer. Whereas few internship opportunities, mostly self-managed. Here is where you have to run the mill. Sometimes it becomes aimlessly, we're running around in circles is how they say. So we're not really knowing what we're doing, but we're just trying with all our might and mind to be able to get through. The moots and debates that we have in the nationals, they're funded moots, international platforms, elite coaching. You get paid. There's a good stipend that you have for it. You can get international recognition. What if you might just be representing the country? And of course, the coaching is going to be elite. Limited and optional mooting culture. So the regional colleges don't have the moot environment so strong as the nationals do. The campus culture, the students run journals, fests, societies of law, art, poetry. So the society, the culture that is going to be very vibrant, and it's going to be very intellectually stimulating. Whereas in the other ones, they often minimal or non-existent co-curricular. So you're going to see that it's mostly going to be about academics. They'll start the college early in the morning, they'll finish because most of the faculties are practicing lawyers and that they have to reach the court before 10. The placements, of course, the tier one firms. So we've got Amarchand Mangaldas, we've got J Sagar, we've got Trilegal, so on and so forth. So you name it, they come to the doorstep of the nationals. SC judges, JAG, foreign LLMs, UPSC, the opportunities are infinite. Let's see, what do we have? No structured placement, mostly individual hustle. Here again is when you have to put in the effort. You will have to find what your career needs to look like. It is not going to be visible otherwise. Communication skills is how they better for you. There's legal writing, there's research, there's confident articulation in English. You're in an environment which is conducive of growth. And that makes a lot of difference. Whereas here it is underdeveloped or discouraged. So over here, they're not going to be all about the communication. They're not going to be very particular about it. They're like, okay, whatever fancies you, whatever suits you. The alumni network is very strong, very helpful, well placed across sectors. So they're already doing their best in life. And they're very, very supportive. They'll come and they'll let you know how is it that you can also make the most of it. While patchy and informal, there's limited reach. You can't really reach out to a lot of them. There is no proper database. There's no proper channel through which. The infrastructure, of course, the nationals have an amazing infrastructure. I mean, one always look for them, monumental that ways. So there's digital library, there's moot court hall, there are reading rooms, there are online databases that you have. Again, let's get to the regional colleges. We've got chalk duster and of course the dusty bookshelves. So they're not as prim and proper, they're not as upgraded as what we tend to have in the nationals. Let's see the global exposure. There's exchange, there's international mood, there's foreign journal, the LLM Connect. So we have exchange students wherein maybe for the last semester you might be sent or a few students might be sent here. International booth, so there are ample opportunities for you to even travel overseas. Otherwise, they're mostly local, rare international scope. The fundings and the grant, you get scholarships, they can be CSR types, they can be government backing. That is what the national tag carries with themselves. Here, they're low funding for students, they often tend to pay out of their pockets. Also, you can, since you're from a national and that you have that erudite knowledge to yourself, you might just apply for maybe a coaching job or a mentoring job and you might just get that as well. The brand value, of course, the national tag. It's instant credibility everywhere. Nobody is going to doubt anything. Unknown outside the state or city. So you're very well recognized within, but once you go outside the state or the city, people might have not even heard of what is it that you bring to the table. So the real difference at the NLU, of course, you're in an environment that demands excellence. The pressure is real. People around you are talking about policy drafts, they're tweeting about judgments, they're running podcasts, they're preparing for UPSC, they're working on their third internship all at the same time. So if you see, there is a hustle in the environment. It's not easy, it's not liberal, it's not, they don't have this lackadaisical attitude wherein chalo yaar aaram karte hain, thoda phir dekhenge. There is a mix of everything. Whereas in an ordinary law college, you may find amazing mentors and sincere students too, but you'll have to create your environment because you're the spark and you're the fuel. So you wouldn't have that. It's not that you put your head up and you're going to see motivation there. But in a law school, in a national law school, that is what you will have to literally be able to stop to catch a breath. That's how much the hustle is going to be. Now, painful, but of course, very powerful, some notions that you must know. Now, let's not sugarcoat this at all. The journey is tiring. I'm not going to say this in any other way, no manipulative way. It is tiring. Bhai mehnat to hai. You will have to miss out on parties and sometimes even on sleep. Bilkul karna padega. You have committed yourself to something which requires that sort of dedication. So why now be at the back foot of it, or why be in two states? You'll read judgments you don't understand. Yes, sar ke upar se jayega bouncer. But that is what you're there for. You will doubt your ability. You will feel like giving up. All of these things will happen and it must. right? एक बहुत पुराना joke है. I mean, joke क्या? It's like a forward SMS which says that even in the ECG, the line should never be straight. The line should always be an up and down, and that's what we want in all our journeys. But the transformation will be unreal, and you will come out not just as a law graduate, but as a thinker, speaker, doer, and leader. And I think that in itself adds a lot of laurels to the identity that you carry. So at the end, please understand, guys, you have 6 months. So if you're losing, the fuel now, losing the steam now, now is when you have 6 months to change the next 60 years of your life. So if you're not motivating yourself now, when is it then? You have 6 months to get into the space that challenges you, grooms you, and refines you. Because if now not, never. You have 6 months to earn the tag that make people sit up and say, my kid's going to that place. Make your folks proud. That's what we want always. So push harder, grind, cry if you really have to, because that's what a journey is all about. Like they always say, you grow through the journey. It's never the destination every time. But please do not quit, because when you walk through the gates of the national, everything you've gone through, all the mehnat that you're going to be putting in will be worth it. So please, it's not just a law school prep. This is a character building in disguise. It's going to be what you are going to see yourself every day in front of the mirror for the next 60 years. So the pain is temporary, but as it is said, the pride and the prestige is permanent. So with that, we know what we have to do. So if at all you are sulking or you're thinking or you're in two states, watch this a gazillion times so that you're back on track and you're highly motivated. That's going to be it. That's a wrap. I will see you guys next time with an emo topic, with an academic topic, with a strategy topic. That's going to be up to me. If there's something that you want me to do, you know what to do. Put it in the chat box, and I shall, of course, ensure that we come around that topic as well. You like the video, please hit the like button. Share it with other like-minded friends who are also struggling, who are also trying to figure out where that spark is, the hidden spark. And of course, comment if this has helped you in any way. Until next time, have a very good evening, everybody. Thank you so much.